Are you thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but you keep wondering if you really have what it takes? Today, I'm sharing the 6 traits that every successful YouTuber has to have. Maybe you worry about the tech or the time, because it does take a lot of both. Maybe you're worried about what other people might think. Or just maybe you've watched your favorite creator and you keep thinking, if she can do this, I can do this. Then this video is just what you need. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to have the right traits and the right heart behind them. These should be easy for those of us that are just a little bit older than your average YouTuber. And if you've got these traits, you absolutely can be successful on YouTube, no matter what that success looks like to you. Hey, I'm Dee Dee, and I'm just gonna jump right in on this one. The first trait is coachability. You know, that voice that says, I don't know everything, but I'm willing to learn. This is about getting feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and being willing and able to improve on it. And it can't get to your emotions. You don't have to be great at editing and filming or design when you start. You just have to be willing to figure it out. One button, one upload, one thumbnail at the time. I mean, when I first started, I didn't know half the tools that I'm using. I mean, what am I saying? I didn't know any of the tools that I'm using. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know what a thumbnail was. I didn't know about analytics. So it does take a learning curve, and you've got to be willing to do it as you go. And one thing I thought about was, YouTube is kind of like having your first child. If you've had children, you'll know what I'm talking about here. You get all excited and you start imagining what this child is going to look like and what they're going to grow up to be. But that first day you bring it home, and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? Because there's no instructions with this thing here. And YouTube is kind of the same way. And then you start figuring things out. Problems go wrong, you figure it out. They get sick, you figure it out. Then they start growing up, and just when you think you got it all figured out, some other grand challenge happens. And then you're like, oh my God, you're back to the drawing board. YouTube is exactly the same way. It's like having a child. It's like giving birth and then watching it just evolve and grow. It can be so amazing and so frustrating. And just like having that first child, I had to learn by trial and error. I had to ask for help, and I had to let go of the perfection. And so now I've hired coaches and took training courses, and it was worth every penny. So if you stay curious and ask questions and let YouTube be your classroom, you're already halfway there. Number 2 is time, discipline, and commitment. YouTube takes time, both in the short term and the long term. Yeah, you'll get faster at it, but think about it. You can't quit, because if you quit, it dies. YouTube is all about you. That's why they call it YouTube. So you got to be willing to put in the time and the effort to make it grow. You need time to film, to edit, to learn. But you also need discipline. You know, that commitment to show up even when the views are low, even when your lighting feels off, as mine often does, or even when you don't feel like it. When I started my first channel, I asked my husband to give me 6 months. I didn't cook as often. We didn't go out with friends like we used to, but he knew I'm like a dog with a bone, and he knew because of my past record of making things work that I could succeed if I tried. And now here I am 2 years later starting this second channel, and he's 100% on board and helps me any way he can. You have to kind of have that buy-in from the people around you, because he knows that I have the discipline to go the extra mile. And it's not about finding time, it's about making the time so that your dream can happen. I mean, I'm 54, almost 55, and I have a full-time business that I run and 2 YouTube channels. But I also have a life. But I have committed to grinding it out for a little while so that I can reap the benefits later. You don't need 40 hours a week. You just need consistency. If you can't make a video once a week, maybe 1 video every 2 weeks. Maybe every Sunday when the house is quiet. More uploads definitely means faster growth, but it also means faster burnout. So do what you can do and don't stress about it. Number 3 is your clarity of message and your why. This is the foundation of your channel. Why are you here, and who do you want to help, and what do you want people to walk away with after they watch your videos? When you're clear on your message, everything else will fall into place. Your titles, your thumbnails, your storytelling, it all starts to align. Your why becomes your compass on the days when you feel lost. It keeps you grounded when the algorithm changes or when you wonder if anyone's even watching at all. If you don't know your why yet, that's okay. Just sit with it a minute and ask yourself, what have I lived that I can help someone else with? That's usually where your best content lives. My why is to make it easier for people to get started on YouTube who want to give this thing a try and to show the potential for making a real income. I want to make it as easy as possible for you to have fun and enjoy the whole process. So number 4 is resilience and patience. This one's big because YouTube is not a sprint. It's a slow, steady climb. And now notice I said climb. And I listen to the big YouTubers and I'm really surprised at what I'm hearing lately. They're all seeing their views decrease and they're just all trying to figure it out just like we are. Ali Abdaal said the other day in a podcast that he feels like he's paddling faster just to get the same result. Nobody has it figured out, even if they think they do. Even the millionaires, they're fighting for views just like us, just on a grander scale. You'll have videos that flop. You'll have moments where you question yourself. But the ones who make it, they don't quit. They keep paddling, maybe even a little faster. And I've had videos that I thought should have been massive hits that completely bombed. And the ones that I thought weren't that great, they go 1 of 10. And 1 of 10 means when you've got 10 videos out there, they will start ranking your videos in order by views. So if you've got a 1 of 10, that means out of your last 10 videos, it's number 1. But you have to take the lessons and tweak the titles, try again, change the thumbnails. You have to build a thick skin because the numbers and those comments can tear you up sometimes. You have to believe that your voice deserves to be heard, even when the numbers don't reflect it. And patience, it's your best business partner here. If you can keep showing up for 6 months, maybe a year, getting better with every upload, you'll be amazed at the growth that'll happen, not just on your channel, but in you as well. So number 5 is organization and systems. Now this one is the quiet one. It separates the people that want to be a hobbyist from the business owners. Successful creators have systems. They don't have to be complicated, just enough structure to keep things moving. A place to store your video ideas and your videos, like Google Docs or an external hard drive. A weekly routine for filming and editing and a checklist for uploading. A place for your gear that doesn't have to be set up every single time you want to film. But if you don't have a space that you can leave set up all the time, try to batch film so you don't have to spend so much time getting it all together every time and trying to get your lighting right and trying to get your camera at the right angle. When you create structure, you free up that mental space for creativity. You don't waste energy wondering, well, what should I post next or where did I save that clip at? Your systems are there for you. They do this work for you. And it doesn't have to be fancy. They just have to work for you. And number 6, I think this is the most important. This is authenticity. Your audience doesn't want a perfect version of you. They want the real you. You see these laugh lines, the experience, the honesty, the heart. The reason so many women over 40 thrive on YouTube is because we bring depth. We've lived things. We've learned things. Ooh, have we learned things? We know how to connect with others. So don't hide the parts that make you you. It's your accent, your story, your humor. That's what people will love and remember. And this is where B-roll becomes so valuable. And I have a video on how to film and add B-roll to your videos that I'll link at the end of this video. Just be yourself. Now you don't need thousands of dollars and expensive stuff to start. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start with your heart and your why. If you can be coachable and manage your time, stay clear on your message, stay resilient, get organized, and keep it authentic, you can build something that changes lives, including your own. So the next time you're thinking, can I do this? The answer is absolutely yes, you can, because you already have everything you need. You just have to turn the camera on. And if you're still looking for your niche idea, I've linked my 100 niche ideas for women in the description below. It might give you some new perspective on what you already know how to do, and maybe you had really not thought about it. And you can also check out my video on how to tell your story with B-roll. I hope this helped, and if it did, please leave me a comment below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.